Greetings to you all students. This is the private class with the Millennium Teacher, the class that teaches life lessons based on facts. In a very special way, I want to welcome you back to class after the recess. Yes, we have been on recess for about 1 month, some days, and we are back. And I hope you're ready to learn more about life. Before we went on recess, I told us that all the lessons we've learned so far from lesson 1 to lesson 24, we are the preliminaries, the basics of the class. We are trying to understand what makes life a lesson, and I hope a lot of us who we are in class, we are able to grasp the truth about the class. But in case this is your first time in the private class, I encourage you to enroll for the class by subscribing to our YouTube channels at both GMBC Vlog and at the private class. You can also follow us on TikTok at the private class and on Instagram at the Millennium Teacher. And as well, if you miss any class, I encourage you to visit the channel and get access to all the lessons we'll be learning from lesson number 1 on to lesson 24. Get access to these lessons and learn them so that you catch up with us as we forge ahead with the lessons of life. As today we are resuming the class, I would like to re-inform us about the vision of the class and the mission. Why the private class, what the private class is all about. Why must you be a part of this class? So that's what we are going to discuss as we resume the class today, so that we all know what we are here for. In simple terms, the vision of the private class is teaching life lessons based on facts to impact a positive change. Oh yes, that is why this class exists. Just to teach those lessons according to facts that will impact a positive change in the life of an individual, in our society, our systems, and in the world at large. So we want to impact a positive change by the grace of God. Through this class, we hope to achieve that. We go to the mission of this class. How are we going to impact this positive change? What is the mission? How do we hope to impact people positively? In simple terms, the mission of this class is summarized in a 4-letter word known as time. T-I-M-E. Time. And these 4 letters represent the 4 objectives of this class. Starting with T, which represents transformation, the I, which represents inspiration, the M, which represents motivation, and the E, which represents education. So that is how we hope to impact the positive change that we want to see in our lives, in our societies, in our systems, and in the world at large. Now let's discuss them one after the other. T, which is transformation. Yes, we are all created for a purpose in this life. We came here to this world to do something, to solve a problem, to become somebody in life. But unfortunately, many of us are yet to become those people we are created to be. And some have failed to become those people. Others have turned to other people instead of becoming themselves. They have become other people. And so the purpose of this class is to transform you into the person you are created to be. To transform you into that person that was supposed to solve that particular problem, that was supposed to fulfill a particular purpose here on earth. So that is why the class exists, to transform you. You might have become that person, but we want you to become the best version of that person. There is more to what you can do than what you are doing right now. The class will help to transform you into your best version, into your original self, according to the will of God. So, transformation, T. And we go to I, which is inspiration. By transforming you, we want to inspire you. In other words, awaken something inside of you. We want to start up a fire in you that will help you be transformed into your original self. For transformation to take place, you must be inspired. You must be lighted up. By attending this class, you get to be inspired according to the will of God as well. The next objective is motivation. Oh yes, the class is meant to motivate you. To motivate you means to set you ablaze. For you to become that person you were born to become, you need to be on fire. And so we are not just going to ignite the fire in you. So we want to set that fire ablaze, because you cannot become that person if your fire is too dull, if you are too weak. You may want to do certain things in life, but if you are not on fire, if you are not energized to become that person, you will not be able to fulfill that purpose. You will not be able to become that person. So the private class serves to motivate you, fire you up to become that person you are born to be. Yes, there are certain things like what I am doing. This is what I always wanted to do, but I didn't start doing it. It is not even what I studied. When I got to discover that this was what I wanted to do, I needed enough fire to keep doing it. Because at times it doesn't even make sense to me. And it makes no sense to most people. Like you watching me now. It will not make sense to you what I'm doing. The purpose I'm serving here may not make sense to you. And so because of that, I will tend to give up on what I am supposed to do. I will tend to give up on this purpose if I don't have enough firepower. That is why I need to be motivated. So if I'm not on fire, if I'm not fired up, I will not be able to do this. I will not be able to carry on this purpose which I have discovered about my life. And by the grace of God, that's the same thing I want to do for you, according to the will of God, to set you ablaze, to set you on fire for what you are meant to do, for what you are meant to become. By the grace of God, motivate you. And the last but not the least objective, mission of this class is to educate you. Yes, you can be transformed, you can be inspired, and you can be on fire, motivated to do whatever you want to do in this life. But if you are not educated, you will do the wrong thing. You need to be educated to be able to live your life according to the will of God, to be able to live your life according to your destiny, to fulfilling your purpose. You need to be educated. The textbook will say in Hosea 4 verse 6 that people are perishing because of lack of knowledge. So if you lack knowledge, you will not be able to become this person, your true self, which you are born to become. And so you need to be educated. The class will serve that need as well by the grace of God. So in summary, the class is a time class to transform, inspire, motivate, and educate you. Class that will time you to succeed, that will time you to greatness according to the will of God. So every lesson we're going to be learning here are going to be based on these 4 objectives by the grace of God. And the fact that I'm teaching you now does not mean I know it all, does not mean I know better than you. When I was going to school, I learned a lesson that when a student have understood a particular lesson, he will be in a better position to teach his fellow students to understand that lesson more than the teacher. Remember, I've said that we are all students in the school of life, learning how to live life. So having got a little bit of understanding about life, as that good student, I'm trying my best to teach my fellow students so that we'll all be able to learn this lesson and be able to succeed according to the will of God. So please try to understand me, okay? I pray that God will help you to avail your time to be attending this class, to avail yourself to attend this class, so that we learn more about life. We have to learn from each other. You are also encouraged to comment on the lessons by asking your questions or giving your own views and opinions on the lessons which you'll be learning here. You can as well share with other people, invite them, and if you like any lesson, you just give us a thumbs up, okay? I'm so happy, as you can see, to resume the class. I'm ready, and I hope you are also ready. I pray that God will help us to teach and learn the lessons of life based on facts according to His own will. In Jesus' name. Thank you so much. Till we meet again in the next class. I have been your teacher, Solomon Joseph Kekora. Class dismissed.